Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you for joining us. I know we were going to we were going to originally be doing one topic tonight, but that changed as we got some disturbing news a little bit earlier. Our good pal Joey is not doing so good. We didn't know that he was doing as bad as he is. But tonight we're going to dedicate this one to our pal Joey, and hopefully everybody can keep him in their thoughts and prayers. It's just one of those situations where you got a friend and you know that they're hurting. You want to make sure you're keeping them in the thoughts and prayers. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our pal and number 2 in the Three Can Keep a Secret podcast, and that's our good old pal Clearwater Chad. How we doing, bud?
Good, Paul. Like you said, it's very sad with Joey C being in the hospital.
Yeah. It floored me when I found out. Chad texted me earlier today, tell me what was going on, and then we start, watching what's going on with Joey and everything like that. And what's crazy is Joey put it out there. He did it on live stream. What's going on with him and everything. So that really floored us. We did not know Joey was in that bad of medical shape, and real surprise. So, I just don't know what to say. What about you, Chad?
Right? No, I was shocked too. I was like, is this live? And it took a few seconds to even gather myself and be like, yeah, he looked a little better towards the end, but he wasn't looking too great, for a little bit there.
No, I'm gonna pull up his live stream from earlier, but apparently Joey's been having some heart problems going on, and he went into the hospital earlier today. They went in and started checking on him, doing all of his, doing the blood draw, checking everything on him, and they put him into an ambulance and sent him off to another hospital down there in Tampa that specializes in heart treatment. And man, I tell you what, like I said, it absolutely floored me. I mean, and Chad, you've known Joey longer than I have, so I know
Right.
it's gotta really mess you up. And
yeah, I could picture it. At first maybe he was kind of in like self denial, and he probably didn't want to tell anyone how bad of a shape he was in.
yeah.
And then
Well,
I'm glad
he
he
said
finally
so on
got.
the live stream, didn't he?
He what?
He said so in a live stream that he was fooling himself. He
Yeah.
wasn't saying nothing about it, just ignoring it and going on. And then he gets to the hospital and they're like, whoa. So
Yeah.
let's say howdy to everybody who's here tonight. We got Nasty Nathaniel first in the chat there, legendary First Amendment auditor and good friend of the channel. Laura Waldy, amazing that my lead mod for my channel. Cajun Mama, how you doing? Lisa Robinson, Thomas Foster. Everybody can relax now. Thomas Foster is here.
All right.
AI SoCal, how you doing tonight? Thank you for being here. Marjan, Cookie Brightwell. Looks like we got a few more popped in. Anne Marie, how are you doing? Eat More Pizza and Beneback. And I know there's more because it's showing a few more in the watching us live than are in the chat. Kitty, how are you doing tonight? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the video of from Joey earlier from his live stream, and we'll talk about it from there. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Let's see. Man, my eyesight's getting bad. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, this is they put Joey in an ambulance from the hospital that he was at and are now taking him to a new hospital that specializes in heart treatment. And he decided that, if anything happens, he wants to make sure he's documenting it from the get-go all the way to the very end of it. So that was something that kind of floored me right there. What about you, Chad?
Right, like I'm still kind of processing everything, but yeah.
I mean, when I was watching and I heard Joey talking about it, I was like, "Dag gone," and you couldn't call nobody, But like like a lot of us older guys, we ignore things and we think we're doing good with things. So it's just how it is.
30? Traffic.
You know, one of the things that was getting me, I don't know if you noticed or not, Chad, was, I mean, it's one thing to troll and talk crap during the regular live streams, but I mean, my man's sitting there, he's putting it out there, he thinks he's in a bad way,
Right.
and the crap people were saying on the live stream was absolutely just, it was horrible.
I did catch that. I actually did put a comment. I think I said be nice or something because, like you said, that was very uncalled for. The man is fighting for his life there, and you know.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
like
and
said,
that
yeah,
you said it perfectly there. I mean, he literally, you know, that's the feeling we got is he's, you know, he's fighting for his life, and people are trolling him on his way to the hospital. So, and just gives you an idea of the way the internet works nowadays.
yep.
I'm gonna get it to where he starts talking because I don't want to.
Congenial heart failure. And it's so stubborn. I have tried to go to the hospital earlier, but I think I wait. I don't know how if I waited too late or not. We'll know now. We're going to the heart specialist to see if this can be reversed. I feel like I can be prepared.
No, there will be moments when it freezes. You got to remember he's in the back of an ambulance on his way to another hospital, and there's times where it actually starts freezing on him. I'll make sure we get through that stuff and move on. But yeah, he's yeah, it's not a good thing. So
I'm in an ambulance.
Surprised they got the music jamming in the ambulance.
what's that?
Surprised they got the music jamming in the ambulance.
Yeah. You know, there's some people getting in there and they're saying stuff, trying to keep his spirits up, making him laugh.
Thank you. I love you guys too.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Laura, I just got your email. No, I didn't get any notice on that.
I just chose that I want to live and I want to get myself fixed. So, this is my last chance to try. If I didn't come in now, it might have been too late next week.
That was one of the things that got me, was hearing him say that stuff. You know, I just want to take a second chance, get myself straight, get myself fixed. You know, if I wait till next week, it might be too late. Man, folks, I think that this is one of those times, you know, and I think some folks said it good in the chat here. Pizza says, do not take your health for granted. Listen to the signs. Thomas Foster, the thing about poor health is people think it could be a cold or a minor issue, only to be a major problem that means weeks in the hospital, if not worse than that, you know. I think that's, Laura, I think that's one of the things that actually keeps his blood flowing good, is him yelling all the time. You got to remember, Joey is one of those good old Chicago boys, and he gets loud. So that's just how it is. Thank you, Reverend Billy, sending the prayer out. Let's see. Make sure. was. Yeah, Laura, that was pretty uncalled for what they were doing. Sandy, how you doing tonight? Thank you. Marjan, how are you doing, hon? Let's see. Just taking a look. People don't live stream if they're suffering something serious. He is Brandon. He's literally they're moving him from one hospital to another. They're sending him to a hospital that specializes in heart care. Yeah. And that's the thing. I see my doctor about every 2 to 3 months and get things taken care of. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Marjan, and prayers for you and your family. Yeah, Dick. Yeah, as a fake ambulance, Bob Levy got it for him. Yeah, you got him. Yeah, big fake ambulance there. Good job. Let's see. Reminds me of when my dad was taken off in an ambulance, and much the same circumstances. It's same for mine. My dad went into the doctor. They did some tests on him. Next thing you know, they got him in an ambulance, and he's on his way to the hospital. And next thing you know, they're doing multiple bypass on him, replacing valves in his heart and all that stuff. And the next thing, and that was he made it maybe 2 years. So. Yeah, Dick. No, it's serious. Yeah, he's really in the hospital. He's really getting taken a look at. It's not good.
It's definitely serious, folks.
Dusty, how you doing? Thank you. Sean, thank you. Yeah, it's this is Joey's one of our he's part of the family here now. He's part of the, we started the whole thing. Rhonda, I don't know. Some people just love to troll, but Dick did realize he hopes he's okay for real. I mean, there's stuff that, we're used to a lot of stuff with the, the Dabbleverse. There's a lot of, it's like, how would you call it, Chad? Locker room kind of talk. You muted yourself.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. It's just locker room talk, but yeah, this is definitely serious, folks.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of stuff where we all bust each other down, and that's the thing, and we're used to it, and that's the thing, and we're, but in some things, like with this, Joey's sitting there in the ambulance on the way from one hospital to another, and you got people just saying some horrible stuff, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, because I was afraid he was going to get upset and that would hurt his heart, because usually he gets upset.
Yeah, and everybody also make sure you're throwing Marjan and her family in your prayers as well. She was down there for her mother's funeral back in Kentucky, I believe, Marjan, and sorry to hear that. Prayers for you. Also, keep my wife in your prayers. She's traveling. She won't be home till sometime tomorrow, making the run to Chicago. And, that's always having her gone like that has always got you worried. Well, at least we know he is in the best care. Yeah. The hospital he's going to is specifically a hospital for handling heart conditions. They're well known down there. I looked it up. He was telling us which hospital he was going to. So I looked it up, and he, that's supposed to be one of the best ones down there in Florida.
Impressive work, bro.
Yeah, they do good stuff. Fat Grammy, Mona, thank you for being here. Let's see, cleared for free. It's a shame all the disagreement going around, and I'm hoping at times like this, people give pause and think of us, all of us, as being human. Yeah. Absolutely. So, our prayers go out to Joey. I'm one of those that I honestly, the way I feel about it is when it's your time, and hopefully Joey's got some time left on that string of life there. And, we're all given so much string when we're born, and hopefully all is going to go good for Joey. He may be laid up for a while, but that's how it is. And Dick, that's one of the things. A lot of people use comedy to deal with their grief, and I understand that. That's why I wasn't getting upset. I took it for what it was, and I know, that's the thing. I wasn't, most of the time, something like that. If it had been one of our regular ones, we'd have been, we'd have just been bouncing right off of it and going right on to the next one. And, but, I understand, man. It's the Dabbleverse, and that's how it goes. You just deal with those kinds of things. So, and we're going to keep, we'll keep bringing Joey back up, but we'll do tonight. We're going to do another, let's just talk. It's open. Bring up what you want to bring up. And we're going to, he said, Dusty, he said he doesn't want flowers or any of that stuff. He he said the best thing that he could want right now is he wants some chicken broth. So some good homemade chicken broth. But he doesn't want any flowers. He said he's a man. He don't want flowers. Kitty, I was worried about Joey watching the live. There you go. Yeah, that's just how it is. It's a lot to take in. We've all had a lot of things going on as of late, and it's one of those things that it kind of hits you. We really, really, when we're somebody like that, Joey is so lively, and it really you sent him okay, Chad, do you know what that is? Gabagool?
No, that's no, I gotta brush up on my stuff. I don't know what that one is.
Let me see. So
yeah, I'm sure someone
tonight, letting the mods know if people come in and they're doing their it's Italian cold cut, also known as capicola.
Oh, I know what capicola is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I know what that is. Yeah. And that was one of the things I was wondering if he wanted, he said no flowers, no pizza. And I'm like, you want us, I can get you a top dog from Portillo's, get you some of that good Chicago hot dogs there. Maybe you'd like that. So let's see. Tanya Ferry in the chat. I was away taking care of my mom. She caught a cold and was put on. Yeah. I am sorry to hear that. She's doing great. Good. Excellent. We'll still keep her in the prayers, Tanya. We'll still keep you guys in the prayers. That's the thing. We can all take the piss out of each other from time to time, but we, at the end of the day, we're all family here, and we're all just trying to navigate life. So that's the big thing. No updates on Joey as of yet. I really wasn't expecting. I'm not going to bother him or his wife. Let him get through his tests and stuff, and then tomorrow I'll try to reach out to him. I'm sure Chad's going to do the same thing. We'll find out what's going on. So, Chad, what is new this week?
Trying to think here. Not much that I know of. Not that I could think of right now.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Yeah, it's
well, things are changing now that Joey's he's not going to be doing his shows, so
yeah, it's changing up a little bit. We'll have to see what we're going to do. We should reach out to Lou and see if we can just carry it on for him and see what's going on with that stuff.
Right? Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go, Dusty. We'll send Jerry over to give him a legendary foot massage. That'll be good for him. I could just see Joey's face for that one. Boy, you talk about that blood pressure going up. Let's see. Stuttering John is a guest teacher position for Leak.
Oh, I did hear that, John. I forgot about that. That is an update. I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe I watched a short clip from the Shuli Network, and somebody attached a GPS to his John's car, and it followed him to his position of being a teacher now. So if that's true,
be kidding me.
I know people get a little too yeah.
Well, I talked about that. How I went out and there you go, John. I went out.
Oh, sorry, AirTag. Yep.
My wife had been. I talked about this in the past. My wife had been talking about how she'd had some issues with her car, and I was underneath of it working on it, and I found Apple AirTags underneath my wife's car, and it turned out it was private eyes that had been trying to keep a track on us, and it was literally one of those things where they were hired by a law firm that apparently is associated with Scientology. So yeah, and folks need to be careful with that because you got to figure out what your state laws are. That stuff can be illegal where you're at.
So, John, between you poking the bear at Scientology and John, who do you think's gonna, Stuttering John? If you keep it up, he will come to your house and, have a conversation with you.
I think that Stuttering John would have a heart attack just trying to walk up my driveway. It's too long. It's not like walking off the street and 5 steps and you're in the house. You saw my driveway. He's got a little bit to go.
Yep.
So I don't think he'd be able to navigate the driveway in the first place. So
true.
And Pinche, Becky, thank you for being here, hun. And absolutely send out those positive vibes. And we love you, darling, and thank you for being here. Yeah, teacher, yikes. So they tracked him to a school or what?
That's what I heard. I can't personally vouch for firsthand knowledge, but I watched the video and that's what they said.
Man, that's wow. That just think about him screaming at them kids and all of a sudden start drooling like he does in his live streams.
Well, he tells the kids how famous he is and stuff.
Oh my gosh. If you know more, let us know. I would love to hear about this. It has literally been crazy around here. I've had so much work going on with the laser, and it's just been it's been one of those weeks where I've been doing so much around here. And here's something crazy for you. A friend of mine called me today and said, "Hey, I got a sheet of plexiglass if you want it." Because some of the stuff I do a lot of plexiglass work with the laser, making signs and stuff. I get over there. He's got a daggone 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of plexiglass. I got home and it's a $350 sheet of plexiglass. And I'm like, "You sure?" And he goes, "Yep." So, Benebeck, I took them off the car because at first I had no idea what they were. I was like, what are these daggone things? And then later I found out, talking to the kids, they're like, it's one of those things where they're like, "Oh, those are Apple AirTags." And I'm like, "Oh, crap." So went out, checked my truck. There were some up under my truck. I thought it was kind of weird because I would be, my wife owns a courier service and I would drive 45, well, it's a half hour south of us down to Toledo where what we did was we picked up, samples from veterinary clinics and took them to a laboratory. And so I would follow her. I would go down there and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" The same car was showing up down in Toledo that I would see up here at different spots. So I, took the license plate down, the type of car, who was driving it and all that stuff. And, one day I get a call from a neighbor that the guy's parked down 2 houses down from me. And, next thing you know, we go down there and have a nice little talk with him, and come to find out he's a private investigator from Florida, and he was working with a firm that's known to be attached to Scientology. So crazy stuff. Need some better background checks for the teachers. Absolutely, that's crazy. Let's see here. No, he hasn't threatened you. He's actually asked you to come on his lives, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's just and we never connected, but he did ask me to come on. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Power. The way I originally found him was my wife was complaining. I think I was actually doing a brake job on the wife's car, and I was up under there, and I was checking everything out with her suspension. That's one of the things I was doing because she was putting so many miles on the car. When I would change her brakes, and I mean, I was changing brakes like every 2 to 3 months. That's how many miles she's putting on the car. And so I jacked the car up, and I'm up underneath there checking out her suspension, making sure everything's good to go. And I'm like, "What are these little things here?" And I had no idea what they were. I don't use Apple devices. I have nothing to do with it. And they were attached to different points up underneath of her car, and then they were attached to points on mine. They were up underneath, and they were on the where the body wraps around underneath the car, and they were up there on those points. And I was just like, "What the hell is this stuff?" So yeah, it was crazy. There you go. Yeah, Sandy, we got a great family here. We got a great team. Everybody watches out. We not only have to look for nails in our tires, now we have to look for tracking devices. Well, Dusty, you got followed down in Florida just like Chad and I did. So not just that. Now you got to watch out for people tailing you. So yeah, it's a crazy world out there, but that's the reality of it, folks. So come this week for me, like I said, it's basically been working on the laser, doing that kind of crap. Like it's not crap, but that kind of stuff. Building a new paint booth in my garage. Got the foundry going. I'm going to be start doing some videos about casting metals and things like that. So got a lot of stuff going on around here, and everybody's been asking me. I'll say it again. Next Friday is my birthday. Yes. So we got a bunch, dealing with the wife and kids about that stuff. I'm one of those that I don't really worry about celebrating that kind of stuff. I've been wanting to get hold of T Marilee and make sure that you guys are keeping T in your thoughts and prayers. She's got some real health issues going on. She's been posting some stuff on Facebook. I'm not putting her business out there other than just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And hopefully everything's going to come out good for her. Yeah, she's still having a hard time. Doctors can't figure out what's going on. Sometimes, everybody thinks medicine knows everything. My great example of that is when I broke my back and messed up a whole bunch of stuff. The doctors, their way of handling things was, we're going to put you through physical therapy. It's going to mess your back up even more. We're going to put you on all these pain medicines and all that. I actually started seeing a acupuncturist about 20 minutes north of here. First treatment with him was the first time I was able to stand up on my own in quite some time. And I kept going to him. He was this 80-year-old man. He had moved over from China. His granddaughter had to translate for him because he couldn't speak English that well. And I was going to him until he passed away after about a year or two later. But man, the things he did with doing that acupuncture in my back, wow, it really made a difference. Yeah, Dusty, Black Friday birthday. That's crazy, ain't it?
It is. It really
is. I mean, this is like the first one that I can remember since I was a child to, have my birthday actually fall on the day after Thanksgiving. So it's you'd think it'd be more often, but nope, that's how it works. Yeah, there you go. It's called practicing medicine for a reason. So, yeah. Got all that stuff going on. We just been hanging in there pretty good and taking care of business. That's just how it goes. I know it's a Saturday night, and I thank you all for being here for it, and I thank you all for all of your love and support for our buddy Joey. So, Chad, you got anything coming up in the next week?
Nothing planned. I just kind of go off the yeah. Nothing really planned though.
Yeah, Becky T has a birthday an update stream going on. Let me check that out right now.
Oh, okay, good.
Let me throw that over there. There we go. Perth audit. What the heck is that? Here we go. I'm gonna throw it up for a little bit. It's like 45 minutes long. I don't want to, it's a very long one, but we'll just we'll throw it up there for a little bit and let you see what's going on with T. Remember, get over there. Let me grab the link here real quick. Make sure you get over there and hit that like. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Let me see here what's going on here. Sandy, no, I meant that all the people are, oh, okay. Yeah. So let's get this going. Let's see what's going on with T.
Hey everyone. I just thought I'd check in with people and say hello. A lot of people have been asking after me, asking how I am. I don't think anyone's here yet, so I'm talking to myself. I'll just wait and see if anyone comes in.
Yeah, look at her fingers.
not, as you can see, I'm not doing very well. Well, I guess my face is a bit better than it was yesterday. My eyes were like this. I went back to the hospital. So for anyone that hasn't seen, oh, hey, Mad. Hey, Scooter Mum. Yeah, I just thought I'd come in and say good day and let you know what's going on. A lot of people have been sending me messages. I really appreciate all the support that everyone's been sending me. So what happened is on Thursday, I had like a big attack. I have MRSA. Hey, Nomi. Hey, Swedish. Our Kansas Flamingo. Lovely to see you guys. So yeah, I went in with MRSA. I was in the hospital for 11 hours. I was awake. And they sent me, they put me on a steroid drip and it didn't do anything. So I also have like some sort of, oh, hey, Journey, how you going, babe? I also have like some sort of allergic reaction and they don't know what it's from. We've been through like everything, like detergent. Have I touched anything? Have I eaten anything? I'm quite set in my ways. I stick to the same brands and I do, you know, I do everything the same. So nothing's changed. But like about 3 doctors have seen me now and they don't know what it is. Oh, hey, Gunner One Day, MD Media. Not really anything anyone can do. My friend that does normally help me has gone away on holiday for the weekend. I don't think it's stress. Like I've been way more stressed than this, and I've been all right. It's so itchy. Honestly, I'll show you my leg. Hang on. So like, I don't know if you can see.
Wow.
I have to put the color on.
Wow.
Hang on. Like that's my leg.
Wow.
Like my whole body is like that. And it is so sore and painful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, thanks for the super chat.
That
I
does
can't
look
see
like
who
some
it
kind
was,
of
but
allergic
thank you so
reaction,
much.
doesn't it?
Look
Right,
at all the
yeah,
little
something-
OT9s.
yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, so I just thought I'd come on and, you know, I miss everyone and I've had so many shows planned to do and, you know, but I've got to get better. I literally could only get out of bed an hour ago. I couldn't move. I felt like my body was stuck to the bed with magnets or something. I couldn't move. And my poor son, you know, I was like, he needed to eat. He didn't get any breakfast or anything because I fell asleep. I took antihistamines and steroids and all sorts of stuff. It helps a little bit, but it doesn't stop the itching, you know. There's nothing they can do. They just said you just have to keep just like.
You know, Tanya, I don't think it'd be a spider bite that would. Spider bites can't. I didn't know that they could cause that. Wow, and they, you know, we all know they got some funky spiders over there in Australia. So it's pretty crazy. Oh, and Marilee says they checked that, so they don't think it is. So I have no idea. I've never had experience with shingles, but I'm sure that they would have been able to diagnose that pretty quickly, Dusty.
Right.
Yeah. And I saw she was saying that she got diagnosed with MRSA, which is a staph infection. But you know, some of that stuff looks like it's a, it looks like allergic reaction. So, wow, that's amazing. And Marilee, no, they ruled that out. Okay, but yeah, they have some of the most toxic animals in the world are over there in Australia. But yeah, folks, make sure that you are keeping T in your thoughts and prayers. Get over there to her channel, show her some love. I'm going to reach out to her on Facebook. It's just been absolutely insane around here. When they say it rains, it pours, and it's sad to see it. Let's see. Yes, they can. Orb weaver can cause staph and MRSA. Wow, my daughter got staph from a spider bite. I'll tell you what. When I was a kid, I got a spider bite on my left arm, and it literally it raised a knot up on my arm, and it turned gray, and literally that knot just fell off. and man, it left a nasty looking scar for years on my arm.
Wow.
And that's one of the reasons why I can't stand spiders to this day. I watched yesterday podcast, and the one concert you didn't mention was Detroit native Alice Cooper. I'm not a fan of Alice Cooper. I mean, that's it, Thomas. What about you, Chad? What's your favorites?
Oh, music wise?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the old 60s, 70s rock, stuff like that, even 80s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah, that's your genre there. That's another thing. I remember Marilee, she was ill when she was in Indonesia. I could tell you, I've been over there, been to Indonesia. If you remember back last year, I was in Malaysia and ended up catching malaria. The crazy thing is it was from the mosquitoes over there. And I was literally out in pineapple plantation with some friends. We were out there looking for king cobras, and I looked down and there were tiny little black specks all over my arm, and I just wiped them off. My friend goes, "What's going on?" I go, "There's all these little blacks," and one landed on me, and he's like, "Oh crap!" and started spraying me down with bug spray, and it was mosquitoes, and it was a couple days later. I couldn't even get out of bed. I was that sick.
I remember that, John, because that's when we first met. Well, not in person, but yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was. I've never been that sick in my life. It was horrible. Let's see here. It's some kind of reaction. Typhoid. I don't even know. Hopefully it's not dengue. Let's see. Typhoid is a bacterial infection that says it messes with the intestines and sometimes the bloodstream. Let me take a look here. I'm not seeing any. They're not showing. It's not looking the same. Hopefully it's not typhoid. That wouldn't be something good to have, but there's so many different things out there we don't even know. And that's another thing, Laura and I, Laura asked me to talk about, international travel and all that. Those are things you have to watch out for. And you need to, when you're going to a different country, one of the things you want to make sure of is whether or not you need some kind of vaccinations to go there. So that's it's a scary world, folks. And I know we all have, where we all live, we think that it's, we have the best treatment, stuff like that. But think about it. You go to another country, come back sick, and you have no idea. The doctors around here never messed with that stuff. My doctor here, when we're talking to her about, the fact that I'd had malaria, she's like, man, I'm glad that it happened over there, because if it happened here, we'd have no idea. And that's another thing. Polio is actually on the rise in the United States again. There are a couple of illnesses that had actually, disappeared in the United States, and now they're coming back. Who knows? I don't know, Becky. I really don't know, but I'll be reaching out to her, and maybe we'll be able to do a live with her and see what's going on with all this. So, Chad, you got anything to add to this? I got a bunch of people I got to start getting hold of.
No, just I wish, obviously, my thoughts will be with her, of course. Yeah.
And folks, please keep it in. Make sure you're keeping Joey in your thoughts and prayers, T in your thoughts and prayers. Everybody's family and loved ones. Just keep them all in your mind and in your thoughts, your prayers, make sure you tell those that you love them. You never know. Our time is short and it's sweet, but you don't want to miss out on something. And I want, just want you all to think about that stuff. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm losing more friends than I'm gaining half the time anymore. A lot of people that I knew when I was younger, they ain't there no more. So make sure you let your friends and your family know how much you appreciate them and how much you love them. Thank you, as always, folks, for being here with us. Canadian girl Joey went to the hospital having some chest pains, thought he was having some kind of heart problem. Got to the hospital. They did tests on him, found out he had horrible enzyme levels and a couple of other things that were going on. And they rushed him over to a hospital that specializes in cardiac care there down in the Tampa area. And they, we're waiting to hear what's going on with that. And of course, with T, per Scientology audit, she's not doing so good herself. I'll put the link in there again for everybody that may have missed it. Make sure you all get over there, show T some love, go over and show Joey some love, and
hopefully we get some good updates tomorrow on some improvements with either T or Joey.
Let me see here. Tanya said Google dengue. It looks like that. Let me see here. I'm just trying to find, let's see. There we go. Looking up some of the, I don't know, Tanya. I mean, a lot of that stuff. Oh, I see he's getting down with some of them. Yeah, very well could be. I don't know. I don't know what the treatment for dengue is, but I'll reach out to Tanya and see if they've checked that out. But thank you all for being here with us tonight. Make sure that you're showing love for your family, your friends, those that you care about. Let them know how you feel about things, because I mean, if there was a time where my ending statement means something, it's times like this. And as always, life is short. You get one shot, make it count.